All right, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the law of sines. So law of sines is essentially like proportion or ratio. It does not need to be a right triangle. So that's the great thing about this. So right now, right before we were using sine, cosine, tangent for right angles. This is going to help us with triangles that are not right angles. The angle matches opposite the opposite side. So let's say I'm looking at angle C, it's matching with this side C right here. If I'm looking at this A, matches with this side A here. Looking at this angle B, it's matching with this side B, okay? The capital letters are angles, and lowercase letters are sides. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at an example problem. So the first one is asking us to find the measure of angle C. So the only thing we know is we know that one side is 12 inches and one side is 21 inches. So if this is angle A, the one opposite of it, the little a, is going to equal to 21 inches. Okay. We don't know what angle C is. We don't know. And then it's going to the side opposite is going to be 12. So little c is going to equal to 12 inches. So if I take a look at my proportion, I would just have A and C, so I would just have this proportion equal to this proportion. They all equal to each other, so it doesn't matter which order, which ones you necessarily choose. So I'm going to have A over sine of A equals C over sine of big C. Okay, so little a is 21 over sine of big A, which is 61 degrees, equals little c, which is 12 inches, over sine of C. I don't know what C is. I'm going to just leave C as is. So right here, we're going to cross multiply. So it's going to be 21 inches times sine of C equals sine of 61 degrees times 12 inches. Okay, and we want to get sine of C all by itself. So sine of C is equal to, so I'm going to divide both sides by 21. Sorry, I should have specified that better. So I can say that sine of C and just for unit wise, inches cancel out. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my calculator. Remember, you can use whatever calculator you prefer. Use Google, you can Google a calculator. You can use the blue calculators, you can use the graphing calculators, as long as they have the trigonometry function. Okay, so I'm going to make sure we're in degree mode, which we are. So I'm going to do sine of 61. Oh, hold on. So my sine of 61 is equal to 0.8746. Multiply that by 12. And then we're going to divide by 21. That's going to give us 0.49978. So sine of C is equal to 0.49978. So now that we know what the sine is equal to, we can take our inverse sine. So sine -1 of 0.49978. And that's going to equal to our angle C. Okay, so if I take my inverse sine, That gives me 29.98 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and round that to be about 30 degrees. Okay. So our angle C is equal to 30 degrees, and that would be your final answer. Okay, so that's the example problem for number 1. Let's take a look at example problem number 2. So we have angle A, we don't know what it is. Angle B is equal to 26 degrees. And we have angle C is equal to 35 degrees. So if I drew a line out, that's going to be my angle A. So that's going to be little a is equal to 32. If I drew a line out like this, that'd be my little b. Little b, we don't know. And then for our C, if I drew a line out, we don't know. Same thing. Okay, so if I am finding side AB, so this side AB right here, I would say that's the equivalent of a little c. So that's what we're looking for. That's what our question's asking for. So for something like this, we'd have to use our prior knowledge. So remember, if you have 3 angles, they all add up to 180. There's nothing I can do to find B, but I can definitely find A. So I can do angle A plus 26 degrees plus 35 degrees equals 180. So angle A, if I subtract both on both sides, it'd be 180 minus 26 degrees minus 35 degrees. 180 minus 26 minus 35, that's going to give me 119 degrees. Okay, so I know my angle A is 119 degrees, so I can go ahead and say this is 119. So I have a full set here, and I'm really looking for this side C, which is, you can also write it as AB, capital A, capital B. So it's this side right here is what we're looking for. We don't know what it is. Okay, so now that I know my angle A is 119 degrees, I can go ahead and determine that that I can use sine A and sine C. So it's going to be side A over sine of A is equal to little c over sine of C. And we just have to remember this little c is equal to side AB, okay? They're just writing the same thing in a different way. Okay. Actually, since it's saying find AB, I'm just going to replace that C with AB when I rewrite it over here. Okay, so little a is 32 yards over sine of 119 degrees equals little c, which is AB. We don't really know what it is yet. We're trying to find it. And sine of C, which is sine of 35 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to cross multiply. So it's AB times sine of 119 degrees equals 32 times sine of 35 degrees. My AB is my missing, so I'm going to divide both sides by sine of 119 degrees. That cancels out. So my side AB, which is also little c, is 32 times sine of 35 divided by sine of 119. Okay. So you can see up here, it's my 32 times parentheses, sine of 35, okay, equals. So 32 times sine of 35 degrees gives me 18.3544 divided by parentheses sine of 119, which gives me 20.985. And this is yards. So this is going to be yards as well. And that would be, actually, we can really round that. So AB is equal to 21 yards. And that would be your final answer.